I want to give you a tip today that's going to allow you to find the centre of that club face with driver every single time. Because if you don't, number one, you could misdiagnose bad shots, but also it's costing you massive distance effects. This isn't clickbait, it actually does work. And I would do this if you were struggling with finding the centre of that face, even if you came for a lesson with me. So you're basically getting a lesson here. Because this comment came from Siprab Card. He said, love your instruction videos. Very good teacher. You make it very easy and understandable. I'm having trouble with driver hitting it out the heel, but I'm sure there's lots of us that are also struggling with the toe. So this tip covers you both. So first things first, before we get into the trick, you really do have to understand this, because I explain to a lot of people, if you don't find the centre, one, you're going to lack distance, but also you can misdiagnose shots. So let's start heel first, because this is what was asked for. If you hit it out the heel here, this can, for a right-hander, cause massive left to right ball flight, so slicey looking ball flights. Now, simply, this head's relatively big compared to an iron, so there's something called gear effect. There's also face bulge and roll, okay? Hit it out the heel kicks back, the ball moves in the opposite direction, left to right. You hit it out the toe moves back, the ball moves in the opposite direction, a little bit more hooky. So right to left for a right-handed golfer. Okay, so what can you do about it? And I would honestly, when you're playing with your friends, or you're at the driving range, or you're playing on your own, like summer's evening like this, give this a go. This trick is no gimmick, you can literally do this. So let's start heel. So what I want you to do is, if you're hitting it out the heel, I want you to address your golf ball, but then place a T-peg just on the inside of it. So just this side of you. Now, nice and simply, all you've got to think is, you've been hitting the heel. So we've got to bring your strike in closer to you. So when you address that golf ball, I want your focus to be trying to hit that inside T-peg in order to find the middle. Think about it logically. You've been constantly hitting here, so if we bring that focus point closer to you, that's going to be a great way of you finding the middle of the golf club. And when you find the middle, it's going to feel brilliant. Okay, so let's hit this one away. Remember, heel, tee closer to you to find the middle. Okay, let's give us a hit. Just like that. And both tee pegs should hopefully come up the ground, or at least both be knocked over. So look at that there. Straight out the idle middle, and that's something you want to feel. Like when you do that, it will seriously feel like you don't even feel that contact. You've definitely had it before, but you'll do it and it'll be like, go so much further. Like the look on people's faces when they hit that and use this drill for the first time is great. Like, I mean, that's why we do the videos. Now, just on that point, just before we do this next bit, remember this channel is powered by you, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because you wouldn't want to miss out on your tip. So next up, if you're hitting it out the toe of the golf club, we know our hands are working too close to us. That's why we're finding that toe. So we've got to move that strike a little bit out this way. So nice and simply, just now place this T-peg in the ground on the outside, because that's going to help take this strike a little bit out here, again, to find the middle. Now it might sound counterintuitive what we're doing, but remember, heel, our hands are going further away. That's why I would hit a shank with an iron. And just a point on that, you can do this exact same drill with an iron if you want. Okay, we're hitting out the toe, our hands are getting too close, so we've got to move that focus point a little bit away from us. So placing that T-peg just outside that golf ball, and I'm literally talking maybe a fingertip. Yeah, about a fingertip, if that. That's exactly all we've got to do to make sure you hit some better strikes with this big dog. And we'll seriously be hitting it way further than our friends. Okay, here we go. This one I'm focusing, that's my real focus point, the outside T-peg. That is so enjoyable, seeing those T-pegs fly and that ball go straight. Now just a quick note on this, make sure you're addressing that ball out the middle to start, but your focus is either on the outside T-peg or the inside T-peg, depending whether you're heel or you're out the toe. Thanks so much for watching, and see you tomorrow at the same time, 3:30.